All right, there, I left it in neutral.
Yeah. I can't remember what does squid stand for.
I don't know, but it means you don't have your gear on.
Yeah.
You're soft like a squid.
Oof. I'm okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, no, you're fine.
Oof. Oh, I'm good.
Yeah. Oh, that bike's been down a lot. You're not the first
Yeah.
one to put it down.
I don't think I laid it down pretty soft still, but
Yeah,
It's all good.
You cushioned its fall. You're fine. You're fine. This happens with this bike a lot, but you're welcome to keep practicing with
We
it.
got it on GoPro too, so that'll be nice.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
I got my
Yeah.
GoPro running.
Well, what will happen is this one won't run for 10 minutes. It's got a gyroscope thing in there. So when it
Okay.
goes sideways, it's not going to run for 10 minutes.
that makes sense.
Yeah. So if you
Chill.
want to practice on it, sometimes it'll start in 5. So if you want to
You all
practice on the other one,
Yeah.
you can.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Just
Just
stretching your back.
a little embarrassed.
Oh no, don't even be.
People do
A little
that all
tight.
the time.
No, that's all. Because as soon as it started going, I was
tighten
trying
up.
to hold it,
Yeah, yeah.
As long as you're all right.
And that's just some of the pitfalls of motorcycle riding. That's going to happen from time to time.
Sure.
You got to be geared up for it, ready for it. And how many times have I fallen off? I hit the Cannonball Bridge, and then you and I smacked each other. And then one time I fell in a ditch, and then another time I was trying to power walk beside it through the woods, and I goosed the throttle, and it reared up, and we all fell down.
That's scary.
Yeah, so
I
yeah,
feel
that
that's
happens.
The scariest thing is
Yeah.
when you're walking and it goes off.
And I'm glad you fell down because now you'll break the Dunning-Kruger curve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, controlled fall is probably a good thing for you because you can see how unbalanced they can get. So.
That, yeah, it's got a
Yeah,
temp
well,
sensor in it.
yeah.
So if you dump it over,
That
it
makes
won't
sense.
start
Yeah.
because
You can get the other one out if you want.
Oil
Goes back where it needs
Yeah.
to be.
Starting to dry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, my weed eater won't start if I turn it upside down. So.
Yeah, see, it's the same concept. So this one will have to have a timeout for 5 minutes, and then you can ride him again.
That shark turn thing's probably a little too early for you.
Try it again on the little bike if you want.
Yeah, I was just trying to fall
Yeah. Well, that's, you know what? But mistakes are how we learn.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So you need to make
I
them.
don't mind falling.
That's why we have a controlled environment for you, so you don't get hurt.
Yeah.
So if you want to ride this one, oh, I think the keys are. Oops.
I got
I
it.
thought I was going to balance those around and be cool, but it didn't work. I think the keys in my pocket.
Funny you're kind of talking about I don't mind goosing it, and my wife last night was kind of talking about how different my son is.
Yeah.
We had him in the sound booth,
Uh-huh.
and he was sitting back there, which we've had Sarah do it a few times now,
Yeah.
and she does it just absolutely perfect. A little slow,
Yeah.
but hasn't had any
But
issues
she
at all.
doesn't like go, "Yee!"
Yeah. But James is like pushing buttons and just driving Heather absolutely nuts.
Oh.
She was like, yeah, he's like, what does this do? And what does this do?
Yeah.
And then as soon as he asks, what does this do? Of course
He's
he
hitting
pushes it. Yeah.
he's hitting it.
And
yeah.
Heather was like holding her head. She's like, he is driving me nuts. And I said, well, kind of makes me proud because I had always told her when I sit down to something new,
That's what you do.
I push every button.
Yeah,
You know, I look at everything, and I'm not going to read the manual about it. I'm just going to push the buttons. And kind of fun to see my son do it.
So if you want to try on him, go right ahead.
I will.
Yeah,
What were you saying?
I said, yeah, he's something else, that boy is.
He's a wild thing. I appreciate it though, because as wild as he is, which is a lot like me, he's still just so different from me personality wise that I almost don't understand him. He just don't make sense to me.
Yeah, we do new stuff.
they do the test, if you hit that cone, is that points off?
Probably, yeah. Or you could put, they'll tell you, well, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, whenever you enter the next part of the test, they'll say, you know, don't hit any cones that you put down. Don't go out of the box.
How lenient is that? Like if you put your foot down, is that test over, go home?
Well, it wasn't a class.
Okay.
They just took points off.
Yeah.
Because I had one part of the test, so I did very well whenever I was practicing the figure eight. Into the box, figure eight, next to the box on the other side. And I tapped the,
You're fine.
I tapped
It's my job to
my
watch
foot
out
on
for
the,
'em.
and I never did it any other time. But
I
when
don't
was
know
in
if
the
they
test.
saw when I tapped the ground or not, but what they do is they count off a certain number of points.
Okay.
You could only have 15 off and then you fail.
Okay.
And each thing was worth a certain number of points, and I don't know what the points were, but so you can make a few mistakes, but there's some that are more crucial than others.
Okay.
So the best thing to do is practice as hard as possible, so you're like not making any mistakes, and then if you put your foot down maybe one time, I don't know.
Makes
And it
sense.
depends on if they see you. Now with the class, there was a lot of us there, so but they had us go through the stuff one at a time, and there was 2 people watching, so I'm sure they saw
Okay.
the mistake I made, but.
I know they counted mine off because
I missed 11 points and I still got my license.
Yeah.
So, but I had 100 on the
Doug
test.
only passed because he asked for the manager. Is that what I'm hearing?
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
it.
All right, here.
Yeah.
You try them again.
Pretty much it.
There you go. There's more.
I know.
Do that side again.
Hey.
Yeah, I'll get some. Lots of right turns when we ride. Gotta master it, right? Right. Oh, shit. That's probably right. We have a lot of right-hand turns when we ride. So this is why this is important. Like when I'm coming in off of Fort, Elfish, we go up the wood, we go home, and then the other way when I'm turning into mine,
Yeah.
and then the other way when I'm going up the Fort, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. I think, oh boy. Are you good? There you go.
Is that too wide or is that about right?
I don't know. You'll need to go walk the test spot. You'll have to look.
One more left and then I'll let you guys.
Okay. I'm not sure. When we see, because I took mine into motorcycle sports,
Yeah.
and just put the kickstand down, he'll cut off.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he'll cut off. I'm not sure what you're allowed on the test.
Yeah.
So that's why I suggest.
Okay. I'll watch a few more videos and I'll go down there to Fairfield sometime this week and check it out.
Let me see how tight I can do it. Come on, big fella. Let's see how tight you can
Yeah.
Without cones or nothing, just kind of
Sure, I'll put down the back if you don't mind.
Oh.
I like it. It's a lot of fun.
as much as you want.
I
love
actually,
it flush.
like, I love being able to touch the ground so easily, but I actually like how high it sits up and it handles a lot differently.
Yep.
In a way, smoother, you know?
Yeah, I think so.
It sounds fine to me. I don't know. I don't think it changed loose.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
They always, it sounds different because it's a dirt bike, you know?
It's rattly and
Oh, and another thing that those motorcycle videos should tell you is just one leg when you stop. Always have one leg.
Always one leg so
where
you can keep
can
your brake.
have the brake and all that. That way, because handoff, but you're on the hill, the foot can operate the brake.
Yeah, I try to keep reminding myself of that. That's the one thing I really got to get used to is where my feet go.
I had to practice that a lot. Like, oh, we got a picture. We turned over Crazy 8s. We stopped and got the 5/8 on here, and like, sometimes I still have to remind myself.
Yeah.
So I've ridden 8,888.8 miles on this bike, and I still have to remind myself.
That's interesting, yeah.
So don't beat yourself up. Just keep practicing.
Oof.
Right?
Well, the good thing is I got 5 people at home to beat me up, so I guess I don't need to do it, do I?
No, you don't need nobody else to do that.
That's right.
It was funny. It was Lavea, Miss now I'm gonna forget her name. Miss Carol's the granddaughter.
Yeah.
She's like, I know why you pause when you sing to take a drink of water is because you can't sing very good.
Oh.
She's such a cute little thing. I thought, I can't believe she just ripped me like that.
Oh man, you did a great job.
Oh, I don't worry about it anymore. Anymore, I'm just like, I'm doing it, and if somebody thinks they're really that good, they can do it for me. I'm good.
Yeah, I know. That's that.
I'll just have to back them down a couple times.